Hi everyone, myself Sushant Kumar Das. In this session, I am going to present episode 8.0 new features and also show how set next statement works in debugger. So the set next statement in debugger, you can change the point of execution of logic in a debug session using the set next statement option. When the debugger is in break mode, it displays the yellow cursor that shows the next line to be executed. You can move the yellow cursor position to change the flow of execution by either dragging the yellow cursor to the line you want to execute or right click on the line you want to execute and select set next option from the open window. So you can see when you right click on the logic line, you can see the open window and the highlighted part is set next statement. You can choose from the open window. You cannot use set next statement option for LDL logic like else, and, case, and case. You also cannot use the set next statement option on blank line and comments of the logic. Let's go through the advantages of set next statement. So you can execute the logic as per the requirement and skip the other logics. You can debug the code again without stopping debugger. So the set next statement option allows us to change the point of execution to some other statement. This can be used to jump the point of execution forwards and skips some logic statement that would otherwise execute, or backward and have something that already executed run again. So the same feature can also be used when the edit and continue feature is enabled in the Visual Studio System Modeler option for debugger. In this scenario, if the user has typed invalid logic and try to execute the logic, an error message will display. You can perform one of the following action by pressing yes, no, cancel. So yes means pause the debugger and the control return to the user to correct the logic. No, debugging can continue by skipping the edited invalid logic. Cancel means terminate the debugger due to invalid logic. So let's go to the demo. So I have a simple model which contains an employee spec which is persistent, and it contains a main method and few attributes like name, ID, department, and city. So let's start debugger by pressing F10. So let's open the employee spec and just transmit to execute the main logic. Just continue debugging. So we are storing the first record, and the first record is stored. So I don't want to store the second record. So I will jump from the 10th line to 17th line by clicking on the logic and by selecting set next statement. So, and I will continue the debugging. So it will store the third record. So I reach to determine, and I will just continue to debugging. So it will show me the first record because we break from the determine verb. So I am just trying to set again from last line to determine again execute. So this will again break. So this will show me the first. So see, the since we backward by dragging the cursor, so it will show the same record again one more time. So this is how the set next statement is executing. So let's stop the debugger and we will just enable the edit and continue feature, and we will see how set next statement is working with the edit and continue feature. So let's start debugger by pressing F5 or F11. Let's transmit to execute the main logic. So it is storing fast record. I will just edit the logic. During debugging session, I will just make it a fourth record and just save the logic. And I'm just setting the set next statement to the same line. So see, the employee ID changed here to 4 because we have edited and it took. So we store the second record. So similar way, you can continue debugging. And we will just try to write a invalid logic. And I will not pass any argument, so this is invalid. I'm just saving it, and I'm just trying to set the set next statement to this line. So it will pop up a window, and it will ask your confirmation like you want to press yes or no or terminate. I'm just making it correct. So just printing the ID. So this logic is valid. So you can continue the debugging. So this is how the set next statement is working. Thank you.